Mr. Bond, and welcome to the QI Lab. I see you are not alone. Oh, it's very lively, sir. Thank you. Lively. Tonight's little episode is dedicated to secret spies and sleuths. Allow me to introduce my associates on a need-to-know basis. The hush-hush, James Acaster. The highly classified Carriad Lloyd. The top secret Daliso Chaponda. And the man with no name, Alan Davies. And their buzzers, James goes. Whew. Carriad goes. Daliso goes.
Oh.
That's very cool.
Look.
Yeah. And Alan goes.
That's my favourite ever.
That's very good, wasn't it? Anyway, there we go. OK. I felt I couldn't spend the entire show stroking my pussy.
No.
People think this show's smart.
Yeah, they're wrong.
They're wrong.
What might make you suspect that someone was a spy?
OK, I've actually got to say I'm very overqualified for this.
Oh,
right?
why? OK.
Well, I've met a spy.
Have you? Just
Yeah. My father's an African politician in Malawi. A few years ago, he was arrested. His office blew up. And panicked, he asked me and my brother to find him a spy, essentially, to investigate stuff. And all of this culminated in us meeting a spy at Weatherspoons.
Was it Shaken Not Stirred Saturdays?
What was he wearing?
Oh, he did not look like I expect. He looked more like a heavy metal drummer. He was just like long-haired, big guy, lots of tattoos.
OK, so we're possibly going a bit more trad than that.
OK.
So you've got a top-secret briefcase right next to you, my darling. If you pick that up, the thing that has betrayed a spy is in that briefcase. So if you open that up for me... Nobody has a proper briefcase anymore, do they? No. I like that noise, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
The chunk,
yeah.
it suggests business is afoot. Right, what have we got
I
there?
know I've gained a lot of weight recently, but is this an intervention?
This is a Fitbit. So what happened was, in 2018, they were tracking data from Fitbits, and it made it possible to work out where soldiers at American military bases had been jogging. So the data came from a company called Strava, and it's used by Fitbits and smartphones and so on to log exercise, and they released this heat map of activity. But it was a huge problem for places like Afghanistan and Syria because the army had given away 2,500 of these Fitbits as part of an exercise plan to get people moving, and everybody could work out where they were.
Guys, you've got to stay secret, absolutely secret.
Wow.
Here is this GPS.
Carrie, let's have a look. You've got a briefcase as well. See what's in yours.
I feel like the really cool kid at school.
Yeah.
Bought my own briefcase, guys. Oh,
What have you got?
I have got some moustaches.
Oh, which one do you think suits you?
Well, there's some here. There's the Smarty, the Rogue, the Scoundrel, Casanova, Party Boy. I think I'm a party boy. But then, what about the Frida Kahlo?
Oh, the Frida Kahlo.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Oh, nice.
The monobrow.
But the top really sells it.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I just need a monkey.
You would not draw attention to yourself at all if you had
No,
that.
no.
Quite a lot of people look like that in Weatherspoons.
So this is a true story. 2008, an MI6 officer appeared on the One show to talk about recruitment, and he was wearing a false moustache.
No.
And it fell off during the segment, so the studio lights had weakened the glue, and the interviewer eventually had to point out that it was peeling off, and he replied, I was worried that might happen. And he put it in his pocket for the rest of the interview. They edited that bit out, and it was obscured in the final programme, so the viewers didn't know about it. But don't you think that's marvellous? James, you've got a briefcase. Let's have a look at your briefcase. What have you got in there?
I genuinely can't open it.
Oh, Jane, don't pretend you didn't have a briefcase at school.
James has got loads of briefcases.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh, right,
how did this work?
Yeah, hold on a sec. I think I've changed the combination. I'm going for 007. Yeah, hold on.
Putting on gloves.
James,
One.
I'm not saying that your career as a spy is over. I just think...
I reckon this is broke.
Push it here.
Yeah.
I've got gloves on now.
OK. I really hope you can't do this first time.
Let's all go.
And with rubber gloves on, Joe.
I
Rubber
know,
gloves.
right?
What's in it? Is it worth it?
What have you got?
It's empty. I have a notebook. Oh, no, a passport
Right.
and some staples. Are the
OK.
staples meant to be in here?
Yes.
They are.
So they go together, the passport and the staples. What do you reckon?
I think that if you're a spy and you don't want people finding out your identity, you staple your passport together and then they can't open it and find out who you are.
Genius.
Smart.
Well, here's the thing. For years, the Soviet Union was able to catch spies due to staples. So American staples are made of stainless steel. They are not in the Soviet Union, and that meant that the Soviet Union ones rusted over time due to moisture in the air. And so official Soviet passports were stained around the staple brown. Passports forged in the United States by their agents did not have rust stains, and that would make people suspicious.
Wow.
That's very cool,
Really
isn't it?
cool, yeah.
Right, Alan, your briefcase.
Do you need help, or do you think you'll be able to open it
I don't.
like a
They're
tough?
really difficult, Alan. Take your time.
Oh, straight away, first time, James. Pretty easy.
Here's the really annoying thing. I can't close this.
What have you got, Danny?
Got loads of fabric.
Laundry.
It's laundry.
So laundry and spying, how would you think that goes together?
Hide in the laundry basket like they do in cartoons.
You can sew things into things, Sandy. You can sew things into garments, can't you?
Secret messages, you could.
Yeah.
There are lots of stories, actually, to do with laundry and spying. So during World War I, Frida Lawrence, who was married to D.H. Lawrence, she lived with her husband on the Cornish coast, and she came under suspicion because she was rather exacting about hanging her laundry out, and it was thought that she was hanging it on the line in a specific way to give messages to U-boats. It didn't help that she was German, OK? Her father was Baron von Richthofen, not the famous one, but another Baron von Richthofen.
So many.
And she received deliveries of German newspapers every day, so they were just a little bit, suspicious. They were given a military exclusion order and made to leave the area, so it was...
She's hanging up, like, duvet covers with Attack at Midnight.
Yes, exactly. Well,
The base, arrow.
Go that way. It's not a completely ludicrous suspicion, James, because during the American Civil War, there was an African-American called Dabney, and he got a job as a cook at the Union headquarters, and at the same time, his wife worked as a laundress for a Confederate general, and she would listen to the Confederate plans, and then she would signal to her husband using the washing line. So, that grey shirt is Longstreet, and when she takes it off, it means he's gone down here and that. So it absolutely has formed people using laundry. But poor old Frida Lawrence. What's so secret about this?
Is it like a very low-budget, like, Bond pen?
It is the pen itself. Oh. Yes, it is the pen itself that we're interested in. This is a ballpoint pen. It was kept secret from the Chinese for years.
Is it something about the way that the ink works on a ballpoint pen?
It's sort of to do with that. It's to do with the actual manufacturer of the ballpoint pen. So up until 2017, so fairly recently, although China supplied 80% of the world's ballpoint pens, it was importing the pen tips because it didn't know how to make them. The ballpoint pen needs to hold a ball in a socket, and that's what connects it to the inkwell. So you can see there's a steel ball capable of writing for about 800 metres, I think, and it was a closely guarded trade secret. And China simply had neither a machine capable of making the balls small enough or the right type of steel that wouldn't crack when it was cut. And in 2015, China's Premier, Ke Chang, went to a seminar in Beijing and he complained that this was the big thing. The real situation facing us is that we cannot make ballpoint pens with a smooth writing function. And they thought that the day they could, that would make China a world-class place.
I don't see how you can reverse engineer an iPhone, but not a ballpoint pen.
It's actually an extraordinary thing that it's that small and it doesn't crack. It's the right kind of steel and it'll accept the ink and so on. They can now do it, just to let you know. It took 5 years of intense research.
What were they doing wrong?
Why?
Have a massive ball at the end.
Yes.
We've made one. It's an enormous.
No, Jinping, it's no good. Go back to the drawing board, start again.
Get it down to a tennis ball size. Will this do?
But isn't that... actually never really think about it, do you? That it's that tiny little ball of steel. OK, now you've got a fully functioning biro. What do you need if you want to write a secret?
Paper. Paper.
No, I want to write a secret message.
Invisible ink.
Invisible ink is exactly right.
Yes.
So this is a true story. In 2019, there was a student at a university in Japan who got full marks on her essay. She was writing about ninja history, and she handed it in with invisible ink made from soya beans.
What a ninja thing to do.
It is a ninja thing.
She was like,
Yeah,
boom,
I got
give me the
this.
degree, I am a ninja.
Apparently, it's the Ninja Museum of Igaruyu, and it's the ninja art of aburidashi.
Yeah, you can't get into the museum, though.
No,
Find the
can't
door.
find it. Can't find the door.
it.
No.
Impossible.
Then they send you a ticket to get in, and just nothing. You can't read it.
Get to the door, someone throws a shuriken at your head. It's very difficult.
So she sent her professor a message with the essay saying, heat this paper up on a stove. And he did. Did anybody ever do that as a kid? We used to write...
Lemon.
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice, yeah.
Secret messages in lemon juice. You can also use urine or semen.
For a lower budget high school.
Yeah. There you go, Delisa. Do you want to do it again?
Yeah.
You can use piss, actually.
Yeah.
You don't have to waste your lemons.
But also...
Make it a love letter and send it to your betrothed. Eat this up.
No, it's definitely from him.
Can you imagine? Semen, darling.
Seaman as well.
Yeah.
That won't
I tell you what, though,
Yeah.
if
Also-
that's a long letter, you're impressed.
Really? How many pages,
You
James?
put in a book. And you're telling me none of this was written in piss. I'm impressed.
So invisible ink, not the only way to send secret messages. You can also do it with eggs. Does anybody know?
Oh, with the egg white?
how?
Is it the egg white?
No, with an actual egg. So send somebody an egg. Mm-hmm. This, and it's got a secret message, but how? It's got, you can see nothing written.
Do you have to put it in something? Like liquid?
So it was a 16th century Italian scholar called Giambattista del Porta, and he was really interested in cryptography. He was known as the professor of secrets, and he used to use eggs to send messages. So what it is you leave the egg in vinegar for 4 hours, OK? This softens the shell. Then you make a tiny little incision in the shell. You slot a small message through the incision, so the paper sits basically between the shell and the egg white. You then repair the cut using some plant gum or something, and put the egg back into cold water, and that will harden the shell again. So let me show you. There we go, like that. And in here is a message that says...
Wow.
Isn't that great?
That is really cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
That's so cool, isn't it? Wow. And he discovered that in 1584.
If you don't have egg white, you can just fill an egg with semen, I think. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's quite a long way to send a message, isn't it?
Yes, but here's the thing. When people are having food deliveries and so on, and if you're having eggs delivered, nobody's going to go and check all the eggs.
That's like, do you know Josephine Baker?
She was a marvellous spy.
She was a brilliant spy, and it was all in the musical notes. So when she was living in Paris, she would just carry her music around, and if she was stopped, it would just look like music, but it was in the notes were spelling out messages for the resistance.
How would you use this to send a secret message?
That's going to need a big egg.
Someone would know the cipher. And so E equals B.
You don't need to know anything.
Oh, is it the way you fold it? Does it then make a message?
It is the way you wrap it around something. It's called a Scytale. It's an ancient Greek way to hide messages. So all it required was that the person sending and the person receiving had the same size stick.
That's cool.
And then you would just send this, which could be wrapped up quite small, and you wrap it around like this, and it says, this is a Scytale.
Wow.
Isn't it clever?
That's really clever.
I know.
I'd love it if you got it and that was the message. And then you just had to reply, I know what a Scytale is. It's my idea to use them. Can you please stick to the plan? We're trying to bring down the government here. I don't need you to tell me what the equipment is that we use.
Wow, this is so cool, right?
The rest of it just is gibberish. It'll take you a while to work out what it also says. Backlog. Anyway.
That's the Danish version.
It is the Danish version, absolutely right. Oh, sorry, just to get out my handkerchief here. Hello, yes? No, Moneypenny, I've told you not to ring me at work. Yeah, thank you so much. OK.
The banker?
Yes. Who would use a secure phone like this?
Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon! That's such a good reference. Anybody else? Who would use it?
Well, again, this is totally unnecessary, Chaponda backstory, but we needed one of those because we were always bugged.
Right.
And the reason I know this is in Kenya, the Malawi ambassador happened to be a high school friend of my mum and gave my mum a bunch of my dad's secrets.
Really?
Yeah.
When you say secrets, like...
He's been calling this woman. What's going on?
Oh, secrets.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Lisa, have you ever had therapy? Because
Actually, is it too late to bring up? My dad is the mayor of Kettering. And on numerous occasions, people have tried to push him over, and I had to meet a spy and a harvester once. And let me tell you, he looked more like a bass player in a prog band. It was mad.
You're okay, though, now.
Yeah.
And I do go to therapy, just so you know.
So who might have had a red telephone?
Head of state.
Yeah,
kind of
presidents.
So the one that we normally think of is the US and Russia hotline. It was often called the red telephone. It was neither red nor a telephone, is the truth of it. Yeah, I know, I'm destroying things for you.
What?
So June 1963, we just had the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
And it took 12 hours at that time to get messages backwards and forwards. They agreed to establish a sort of direct form of communication. The very first message sent by the Americans in August 1963 read, "The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog's back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
You had to wrap it round a stick.
I had to wrap it around a stick. Why would they send that?
Because it has every
That uses
letter,
every letter.
in the world.
Yeah, which is called?
Oh.
The alphabet.
They were trying to show that they could send all the letters and that they could actually communicate directly because, in fact, the system consisted not of telephones but of teletype machines.
Oh.
So there were 4 teletype machines in Moscow, 4 more in the Soviet embassy in Washington, and the message was sent over a 10,000-mile-long transatlantic cable.
Why is it called the red telephone if there's no red telephone?
Because I just think maybe it just sounds better, doesn't it? The 1971 system updated the use of a satellite connection, and most recently they've upgraded to a fibre optic link allowing both email and finally talking, but only recently.
Wow.
There were red secure telephones in the UK. They were introduced in the 1950s.
Oh, okay.
This, and that's why I was so careful touching it, is a real Pickwick phone. It's been lent to us by GCHQ.
Wow.
So the Pickwick system was in place and used during the Cuban Missile Crisis for secure communication, but it was between the then Prime Minister Harold Macmillan and President Kennedy. And basically this would attach to the cipher unit, and that sort of mashed up the speech and prevented eavesdroppers from understanding what was going on. What I like is the British Army, they thought this is the way to do it. They used to hire operators with strong regional accents so that if anybody was eavesdropping, they thought, well, they'll never understand what they bloody said.
Listen, we're going to invade
Yeah.
at
Hello.
5:20, OK? And it's going to be... Oh, it's going to go mad, I tell you. Everyone's going to be kicking off. You're not going to believe it. Understand? All right. Ta-bye. All right. Bye. You wouldn't know.
You'd have no idea what was going on.
Even Welsh people.
We do have, and I think this is seriously cool, we have another secure phone. It's just over on the table because I don't want to touch it. It's also incredibly heavy. It's called Brahms, and it is a portable secure line that comes in a suitcase. And this is the one that was used by Margaret Thatcher during the Falklands War. That's very cool, isn't it? She was able to open it, James, which is nice. We are joined virtually now by Dr. David Abertat, GCHQ's departmental historian. Dr. David is one of a very few number of GCHQ employees to be avowed. What does that mean, David, you are avowed?
Essentially, it means I'm publicly known. And as the department's historian, my role's to tell the story of our organisation's history over the last 100 years.
So tell me, the one I want to hear about is there was a secret line called Sig Sally. Can you tell me about Sig Sally?
During the Second World War, the British and American governments needed to talk frequently on a secure line. And in November 1942, GCHQ's Alan Turing went over on a liaison visit to the States, to the Bell Laboratories, who were researching and developing a new secure communication system, which was called Sig Sally. And it was an absolute monster. It weighed 50 tons. It included 40 racks of equipment and drew something like 30 kilowatts of power. And it was certainly known by the users as the Green Hornet because of its irritating buzzing noise on the line. And the first Sig Sally was installed in the Pentagon in the States, and the second was installed in the basement of Selfridges in Oxford Street. So certainly on the first trial run on the 15th of July 1943, Winston Churchill was using this piece of equipment in the basement of Selfridges before they put in extension lines to 10 Downing Street, if the rumours are true.
Fantastic. Alan, did you want to ask anything?
Well, I've seen Thatcher's briefcase, and I just wondered, did she take it on holiday? What, did she carry it herself?
Did Margaret Thatcher ever go on holiday?
Perhaps not.
Well, the briefcase phone you've got is called Brahms, which was developed in the early 1980s, and it was used by the British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher at the time during the Falklands conflict to communicate securely with her cabinet and to the senior military officers of the time.
Well, it's been fascinating. I don't know if you send love to everybody at GCHQ. I send love to everybody at GCHQ. And thank you very much, Dr. David Abritat. Now, complete this sentence. If you're invited to a penetration party, it's best to practice safe...
Safe words. In case things get hairy.
That's very... And I'm worried that you know that.
What are they penetrating?
That's the question.
Is it a person?
No.
Thank
It
goodness for
isn't.
that.
You are best to practice safe cracking. Penetration party is a perfectly innocent phrase used by safecrackers to describe an all-night event where they practice opening safes.
Wow.
And it was invented by accident. So there was a safecracker who's called Dave McOmie. He's a bit of a legend, this guy, OK? He edits the International Safecracker magazine.
Wow.
He looks exactly like I thought he would.
That's not even him. That's a general look, frankly.
Can we talk about the guy in the background with the orange back support?
Yeah, that is worrying, isn't it?
I really want to be in the shop where he was buying that back support, going, I'm going to a penetration party later. I'm going to need a back support for it. Just the best one you've got. It's a big penetration party. A lot of guys.
This one comes with a free matching cap. Oh, perfect. He's the only one with the headphones on. Who's he talking to? There's someone in the safe. I'm inside now. Are you wearing the back support? Over. Yeah, but I'm the only one. I'm standing out.
So they were at a convention in Philadelphia, and one of the attendees mentioned that he had a warehouse filled with about 80 safes, which all needed opening. So they decided to do a masterclass with these 80 things. Everybody got their equipment. They spent all night. It's just fun, right? All night working on the safe. They managed to open every single one of them. And now it's become a thing. People have penetration parties. How would you open a safe? Do you know the different ways of?
No, I did. Twice.
Yeah.
I've moved house, and there's been a safe, a big safe, in the house I couldn't get in. And the second time it happened to me, I thought I want to get rid of that, and it took 6 men.
To get rid of
I wasn't one of them. I didn't have a back support.
No.
Incredibly heavy thing, and to this day I don't know what was in it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the weight of it, presumably loads of gold.
The best thing is if the mechanism has slipped a bit, you can work on the dial. The easiest thing is what these guys are doing here, which is to drill a hole. I love this. Just use a sledgehammer, it says. That's it. Just get in and...
That'll do the same thing.
And biff it.
I'm going to go to a penetration party and ask if they run a course for briefcases. Guys, I've been struggling lately and I'm working my way up to safe. But first of all, I'm only halfway there with a briefcase. I'll just sit in the corner while you do the safe stuff. But,
James, put on the back support, strap in and watch.
There are other ways to break into secure buildings if you think outside the box. This is a wonderful story. In 1971, there was an activist group called the Citizens Commission to Investigate the FBI, and they targeted a draft board in Delaware. And to gain access, all they did was they left a note on the door that read, "Please don't lock this door tonight."
Whoa.
No.
Yeah, and nobody did. So it completely worked. And they went in and stole everything that they needed.
Genius!
Isn't that brilliant? And it revealed evidence of massive wrongdoing and spying and criminal activity by Edgar Hoover's FBI, which was then sent to journalists.
Wow.
200 agents went on a manhunt to try and find out who did it, and they never did find the people. Another way to break into a safe is to bypass the doors entirely. OK. I love this story. 1836, the Bank of England got an anonymous letter, and the sender claimed to have access to their stash of gold, OK? So offered to prove it by meeting staff from the bank in the vault at a time of their choosing. So time was set, the bank managers go into the vault, and they saw a man appearing up through the floorboards, and he had been working on the sewers, and he had discovered, by fluke, that he could get up into the safe. So he didn't take anything, and the bank was so grateful, they gave him £800, which is about 80 grand in today's money, and arranged for the vaults to be made more secure. But somebody's going, the floorboards.
I love that he must have been standing there covered in shit. So it was being like, see?
Yeah.
I got right in, and they're like, that's amazing, stand back, just don't come too near,
He
Dave.
could have nicked it all, because they didn't know about it.
He could have taken a bar each day and then they wouldn't even notice.
No idea. Anyway, moving on. How do you kickstart a Spitfire?
Oh, well, does it have a crank?
To get a glamorous lady to get in and sort it out for you.
Well, she's probably one of the amazing women who delivered Spitfires once they'd been built. They were delivered by volunteers, and about a fifth of them were women.
Wow.
What do we talk about kickstarting now?
Oh, like you go online and you
Yeah.
say, please give me money.
Please give me money. I want to go to drama school.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
What, and then rival me in my career? I think not.
No, not happening. It's crowdfunding. It's exactly,
No.
yeah. So they needed to raise the money for the planes, and if you raised a certain amount, you were allowed to name the plane.
What?
Okay. So there were crowd-funded Spitfires called things like All the Fun at the Fair, and carnivals and circuses people put that together.
This is the early Boaty McBoat phase, basically. Yeah.
The Dog Fighter was the Kennel Club. Unshackled Spirit was funded by British POWs while they were being held in Germany. That's so great.
Oh,
No, you know the actual name Spitfire
Yeah.
is because the engineer, his nickname for his daughter
Yeah.
was Spitfire.
It was actually the owner of the company.
The owner. But imagine he'd called her like Dumpling or something.
I'll name it after my son, Dickhead.
The unfortunate mistake. You know what I mean?
Not really mine, as I put it.
Takes after her mother. Call her that.
Yes, no, the daughter Anne, her nickname was Spitfire, you're absolutely right, but the project manager wanted to call it Scarab. Or Shrew. Wouldn't be the same, would it? But the fact that POWs, British POWs, who were being held in Germany, so what happened was they crowdfunded via a series of coded letters that were sent in and out of prison, and the prisoners would instruct that army pay be redirected to the Swedish Red Cross, and the Red Cross sent it to the British Army to fund Spitfires.
So they were still getting funds while they were POWs in Germany?
You still got paid even though you were being held. They redirected it.
That's
yeah.
incredible.
There were some marvellously inventive ways to raise funds. There was a Kent farmer who charged people sixpence to see the only field in Kent without a German aircraft in it. Market Lavington, which is a village in Wiltshire, they drew an outline of a Spitfire in the square. They asked people to fill in the outline with coins, and it hit the target in a matter of days. Spitfires, theoretically, were priced at about £5,000 each. So you were told 8 shillings will buy a spark plug, £2,000 will get you a wing, that kind of thing. In reality, it's not like that. It's very much like when you sponsor a snow leopard.
Yes.
You don't get a specific snow leopard.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I did
Sorry,
not
James.
know this, James. So my oldest daughter, when she was young, she was obsessed with sheep. And I sponsored a sheep at London Zoo. And one day she said, can we go and look? And it was pouring with rain. And I had this photograph that I had downloaded. And we stood in the rain with all these sheep in the petting zoo. And she was going, no, it's not that one, Mum.
Well, if anybody watching sponsored an African child, it was me. Thank you. Thank you.
So lovely. The Spitfire project as a whole owes everything to one woman who I think most people won't know about, but she is one of my heroines. She's called Lady Lucy Houston. She's fantastic. She knew that Britain would need a really strong air force. She knew this after World War I, and the government refused to pay for the development of aircraft, so she did. She personally paid the amounts of money that was needed for Rolls-Royce and Vickers Supermarine to create the engine and the aircraft that became the Spitfire. And I think most people won't know about her. She died in 1936. She never knew the impact of what she did, but she looked forward. Without her, we simply would not have had the Spitfire. I think she's amazing, and I think she's really worth knowing about. As indeed, do you know about Hazel Hill?
No.
Hazel Hill was 13 years old when her father, Fred Hill, was working for the Air Ministry, and she helped him do the calculations that eventually showed a Spitfire could be armed with 8 machine guns and not 4. And they did the sums at the kitchen table, and she, a 13-year-old, thought to have helped with the Battle of Britain. And in later life, she was saved by a Spitfire that she had helped to create. There was a German plane overhead, and then when she turned to look, a Spitfire was chasing it off. So that's
And then the
nice.
pilot was like,
Yeah, thanks,
Hazel. Keep doing your maths.
At like 13, she fixed Spitfires and then we're like, James, can you open this briefcase?
And then my favourite thing about Spitfires, some of them were transformed into beer delivery services after D-Day. So after the D-Day landings, the British troops were rather low on beer in France. And so they hatched a plan to make the extra fuel tanks for the Spitfires into beer delivery things. And they steam cleaned them and then filled them with beer, although apparently still strong taste of petrol. Just want to say.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Anyway, we're sticking with wartime, and imagine you've got your enemies surrounded, OK? How are you going to undermine them?
My parents are so good at it. Just compare them to their brothers. Say, your sister's got 2 kids already.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Your brother's a doctor.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
But your enemy, how are you going to undermine your enemy?
I mean, are you talking about literally going under, like in
Digging?
the rather brilliant novel Birdsong? Have you read
Yeah.
Birdsong?
No, is it good?
It's brilliant. It's largely set in the First World War, but there's a whole section in it where miners are trying to dig under the enemy trenches.
Well, you're absolutely right, darling. It's military mining. So a tunnel that you dig, for example, underneath a target during a siege is called a sap. And it's often under the weakest part of a fortress, like a gatehouse or something. So you dig a tunnel and a support tunnel with wooden beams, and then you basically set fire to the beams. It collapses both the tunnel and the target above the ground. And it has been used for thousands of years as a crucial tactic in siege warfare. And we use the term sapper today to refer to a military engineer. We say the sappers, and it's about digging a sap, digging a tunnel under something. So how do you stop somebody sapping towards you?
Would you put, like, big steel things down so that they can't, like...
The easier thing to do, weirdly, is to dig another tunnel.
Oh, to weaken their tunnel?
Underneath theirs.
Oh.
Yes. It's called counter-mining, so you basically allow their tunnel to collapse down. And siege warfare often resulted in battles underground, actual physical fights inside the tunnel. But the underground fighting, hand-to-hand combat, was thought to be the height of courage and chivalry. And if you fought somebody underground in one of these tunnels and didn't kill them, there was an understanding that if you came across them on the ground later on, you would spare them again. You were now brothers in arms. So,
I'll try to fake it like I meet someone else, like,
oh,
wait, didn't we have a thing? Yeah, it was dark down there. It was me.
we had a thing, right? Henry V fought hand-to-hand in a tunnel during the siege, I think it's pronounced Milon, in 1420, and his opponent, a Captain Barbazan, used this convention when they met later on, and Henry was going to execute him, and he said, no, wait a minute, we did that fighting in that battle. And...
That's not in the play, is it? They should have put that scene in.
Yeah. But if you
the tunnel scene.
You know St Andrews, if you go, you can see both the mine and the countermine under the castle, both built during a siege in 1546. Wow. It was dug through solid stone.
That's extraordinary.
Isn't that amazing? Invading Catholic forces and defending Protestants. How would you win a siege with just an ox and a handful of corn?
Now, so far, a lot of your... Here's what I've noticed.
Yes.
Your questions are really tricksy. Because we all think it means one thing, but actually you've snuck another word in there that means something else. You've got a double meaning. So an ox, a handful of corn.
Yes.
So an ox...
Yeah.
Probably street slang for OXO cube. A handful. I'm guessing it's not a human handful. You're more going for like a gorilla-sized handful. It's much bigger. And corn is the new metal band Korn from the 90s. So that is what you're going for.
Yeah.
You play 90s new metal, throw OXO cubes at them, thrown by a gorilla. Can I have the points?
It's about fooling your enemy. There's another way to win, right?
So
it's a
paint an ox to look like a giant corn on the cob, and then all the villagers run at it and start trying to turn it round and eat it, and it just attacks them and goes hog wild.
It's a legend from Luxembourg. So the legend is that there was a castle siege and the people inside were running dangerously low on supplies and they were on the edge of starvation, and all they had left was an ox and a handful of corn. So what they did was they fed the corn to the ox and then they killed it and they threw the innards over the castle wall, and the enemy looked at the guts of the dead animals and it was full of food, and they deduced, wrongly, that they had plenty of supplies and resources, and so they called off the siege. But I like that. I like to be
lovely.
being clever rather than killing.
Could have gone badly wrong, though, couldn't it?
Yeah, now we haven't even got the corn.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, it's time to slip surreptitiously into the enemy territory of general ignorance. Fingers on buzzers, please. When you see SS, as you see here in this picture, what does the first S stand for? Gariad.
Steam.
Oh! Yeah.
That's general ignorance.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't do that on this show. Every time someone gets it, they should look at the camera and go,
That's general ignorance. I'm going to try that, James, from now on. Yeah? I'm going to give that a go. That's general ignorance.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, is that it? That's my
So good, Sandy.
Right. It stands for screw. People used to distinguish between ships driven by paddles and ships that were driven by propellers or screws. And when paddle ships started to be phased out, the SS seems to stick around. And can I just say, to preempt any letters we might receive from, I don't know, say there was a pedant watching, it is true to say that two ships normally referred to these days as SS Great Western and SS Great Eastern both had paddles, but the SS prefix has only been attached to them in modern times. So in their day, they were known as Great Western and the Great
this is
Eastern.
entirely different from the German SS, which is much more
Problematic.
more problematic. As
We didn't name our ships after them as a little joke. SS, remember those guys? That's crazy.
Oh, so-and-so.
The way you said, in case there's a pedant watching, made me think there is just one guy who
Just
writes
one.
it all the time, and it's Stephen Fry.
I think you'll find.
and he just addresses it to you. Dear Sandy.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. Where are Sudokus from? James.
The newspaper.
I can't do them.
I can do them.
I can do them.
I'm number dyslexic.
Is there number dyslexia?
Yeah. It's I can't even say it. Discalculus.
Count-ducula.
So it's like numbers switch round when you're looking at them and do this. So Sudoku is a nightmare.
I think I need to borrow money from you.
I'll meet you in Wetherspoon.
So newspapers, yes. Where
Japan?
No.
I was sure I was right. Come on.
Are they actually American?
So, invented in the United States, 1979, by a puzzle magazine in Manhattan. And they were originally called Number Place.
Oh, I'm scared already.
Little bit of trivia. If you wrap a Sudoku around a stick, all the numbers line up in the right order.
There's a life hack. There was a Japanese games manufacturer called Makikaji who brought them to Japan, and they wanted to give it a new name. And he said, my staff were pushing me to give it a new name, and I wanted to go horse racing. So I just created a name really quickly in about 25 seconds. Now, I'm going to say it all wrong, so I think we've written it out. What that means is numbers should be single, unmarried. But it's too long, and they decided to shorten it to Sudoku.
Wow.
And if you want to feel really dumb, they've got now these Rubik's Cubes, which are also Sudoku.
Oh, my God.
So,
really?
Yeah, look at that. I've never seen someone want something so much, so quickly. Just like, as soon as you heard about it, I was like, Sandy's going to buy one as soon as it finishes.
There's a Kickstarter. She's already signed up. Pledged £500. Done. Buy
I had no idea.
Nightmare.
Heaven.
Nightmare.
But what about when you get to the last box and you realise you've got 2 8s in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somewhere right in the depths of it, there's a mistake.
Yeah.
You'll never find it.
No.
And you've been doing it for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You get your pencil and repeatedly stab yourself in the palm of the hand and then smear blood on your face. But you'd only do that in a lockdown.
Yeah. It's all right. Would you like to stroke my pussy? I'm serious. There you go. Let's have a stroke of my pussy. You'll feel better.
Whoever is on
Yeah.
sound duty is on the top of their game.
Yeah,
You riffed that on the spot, and as soon as it went towards you, they were like, bam! And they were just... give that person a BAFTA. People don't appreciate how good that was.
glorious.
Brilliant.
It was Lizzie in sound.
Lizzie in sound.
She's got a real cat.
Sorry.
Come here. No, quick. Stay in the room. Stay in the
And a
room.
very sharp pencil.
Right. Which makes the best espresso? Finely ground or roughly ground bean?
Well, I'd say finely ground, Sandy. Isn't the point of grinding the beans that you expose more of the coffee bean to the water, you get more flavour the more fine the grinding?
You would think so, but if they are too fine, they clog the espresso machine and then they moisten unevenly and they make the drink more sour and more bitter than if you use coarser grains. And the reason I know this, mathematicians published a paper called Systematically Improving Espresso, Insights from Mathematical Modelling and Experiment. What they found is that if coffee shops actually use slightly less coffee than they're currently using, so they suggest about 15 grams instead of 20 grams, it would not only improve the taste, it would have the added benefit of using fewer beans, so the coffee shop will end up with better drinks for a lower price.
So don't pack it in too tight.
Don't pack it in too tight.
That's not a reference
I know.
to coffee.
You just said don't pack it in too tight. I know what prop's being brought out again. Here we go, here we go.
See how quick she is.
Yeah. Now, homage to one of the most famous fictional spies, I think we should end with a martini, OK? So, how would anybody like theirs?
Shaken, not stirred, no?
So the thing is that shaking a martini will ruin it.
Yeah.
And I know this because I'm a martini fan, OK? So drinks like daiquiris, they're shaken. And the reason for that is that the ice dilutes the sweetness. Martinis are not sweet, so they don't need to be shaken. They're supposed to be served as concentrated as possible. Unfortunately, we can't drink the original martinis that James Bond is supposed to have had because one of the key ingredients is no longer available.
Oh.
It's known as a Vesper martini. It was named after the first Bond girl. She was called Vesper Lind.
Vesper's Italian for wasp. Did you know that?
Yes,
that.
that's hence
The
the...
scooter, the Vesper.
scooter.
It sounds like a wasp.
Wasp, you see?
I didn't know that.
The Vesper Martini contained gin and vodka and something called Quina Lillet. Doesn't sound pleasant, does it?
It would absorb a lot. You don't want that in your martini.
Anyway, the trick is to stir it. Have you got drinks there for yourselves?
Yes. OK.
Just to pour out into tribute here.
Woohoo!
OK. Do you know that Dick Van Dyke was once asked by Cubby Broccoli if he wanted to take over from Sean Connery in the role? And Dick Van Dyke reminded him of his British accent as Bert, the Cockney chimney sweep. Generally thought not to be a very good idea. Well, here we go.
There you go. Cheers, cheers.
Martinis are better stirred than shaken, and underpants are better shilk than shat in. And with that, it's the final dash towards the scores. Top of the pack with 9 points, it's Alan! Second with 8 points, it's James!
I couldn't even open a briefcase. You got beat by me. Yes.
Third with -2, Deliso! And in last place with -15, it's Cariad! My thanks to James, Cariad, Deliso and Alan, and I leave you with this secret sign-off from Lucille Ball. The secret of staying young is to live honestly, eat slowly, and lie about your age. Good night.